Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Just setting up things here. I hope everyone is doing well and getting ready for some hobby. We've got some grots and the magma draft to continue working on. These grots need to get done for someone I'm lending an army to for the Sinful District Grand Tournament this weekend. And morning, Soren. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, wow, awesome. I can see a Twitch comment on StreamYards. Finally, I can actually see the comments from Twitch. That's amazing. Oh, I don't have to have double screens up anymore. This makes me so happy. Awesome. Don't have to have double screens up anymore. That's great. Good start to the day then. For some hobby. Alright, so we're going to quickly smash out these grots because they just need to be done for someone on the tournament on the weekend. I've already done all the cloth, so these will be pretty darn quick to smash out, I think. And so we'll drop down to the paint cam and get painting. So I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, definitely massive shout out to my good friend Mr. Mephisto. $7,000 for charity on the live stream. I can only hope when we do our own one in November that we can have anywhere near as good of effect as what Meth has done for the community. He's a fantastic example of what being a good human being is all about. Yeah, well done to Meth. And well done to the community for getting behind him and supporting and raising money for charity. It's great. And so we have our own thing planned. I always do November every year, and this year we're going to do something a little bit ambitious, and we're going to do a 24-hour stream of painting up 2,000 points of a bearded army of what we ended up deciding to be Space Wolves, figuring that we probably weren't going to attempt any other army that as a beardy wouldn't be quite as cool as Space Wolves. Also, probably not as achievable. Like Caradron are just way too detailed, and Fire Slayers we would probably get bored. So I think Space Wolves is that good mix of easy but enough things to keep you interested. And so we'll be doing a 24-hour stream of a bunch of us painting up that army, trying to raise some money during November. So yeah, anyway, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from and what you are watching. So what hobby you have been doing, not what you're watching. You should be watching this. No, like, I think like there's important things of like, we need to enjoy it. I don't want it to be like, we're doing it for charity, so let's make it so we can actually enjoy ourselves, be happy fellows while doing a good thing. So yeah, we'll be doing Space Wolves for it. Which will be fun. I look forward to painting them up. And also the base coat comes at can. That was a big selling point on picking Space Wolves. Yeah, so I hope you've been well, Soren. Yeah, so we're just quickly going to smash out these goblins and then we'll get back to work on my magma dross. Been a bit of a couple of slow hobby weeks, although I've managed to start putting out some stuff on the channel more. P478, hello mate, nice to see you there. And this just makes me so happy that I can finally see the Twitch chat on StreamYards like I've supposed to been able to the past I don't know how long, and it just has not shown up. But this is good. This makes me happy. The little things in life. Oh, nice. Council and Demonic Man has some spare bits. Awesome, man. So we got the next color. We got one base coat down. Let's just smash through these. So we're currently just smashing out a couple of like little gobbo shamans. One of my mates is borrowing my Gloomspite army, and my Gloomspite army was very endless spell heavy. So I had to drop a couple of the endless spells to make it legal for him to play in the tournament. But he's borrowing my Gloomspite, so we just threw in a couple of extra gobbo wizards. It's just an army he can run around with and play with some fun. Which is cool. And then I've also got my Magmadroth that I've been working on. Nice big yellow Magmadroth that's coming along nicely. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on at the moment. And then once we've got this done, I think I've got a few half-finished like paint jobs on the desk that I just want to clear up and get done. So I've got my Beast of Chaos that I just need to get done there. I've got a Skaven dude that just needs to be based. I've got a Hurricane that's like 3/4 done. Just get lots of those things that are like halfway done, or at least started, and just get them done. It's probably the plan over the next few weeks, just to get to see some things done. Yeah, I think like because I've got a lot of half-finished stuff. I just need to get some stuff done, and I'll sort of get back into the groove once the stuff is done. If that makes sense. And then I'll get my groove back, and I'm really going to try and aim for an hour of hobby every night. I've tried to get back to the amount of content the channel was popping out of before I went back to work, so trying for the video at least daily, sometimes potentially two. We're doing the Building a Battalion series at the moment on the channel, which is cool, and that's all about like building armies towards battalions, which is fun. I've done all the Lumineth ones. I've done cities, which I'll probably need to update now with some new points value, especially my Scourge Privateer one. And then I've started doing Stormcast, started with the Soul Strike Brotherhood. Then after that, I'm probably going to want to get doing some of my Luminous. I want to get them going. I've got an Iron Nest Force down there as well. Underworlds and 40k. I got Indominus, so I want to get that going. Now the trouble with looking for a brown. This can take me a while. Got it. Got the one I want. Yeah, I love the Castigator models. And there's a drawer down there with that amount of Castigators that is required for that battalion, which is cool. I have that army, and so I think I might get the rest of it punched out. Got the Arcanum already done up there, so I think him and one of the ballistas is done. The rest is got to be done, so I might smash that out sometime soon. I'm a big fan of Castigators. I really like the models. It's not going to be like the most powerful army out there, that list, but it's going to be fun. It's going to use some models that don't see the tabletop very often. Which is all good things, I think. But yeah, I really like my Cascaders. I think they're fun. I think they're really cool models. And can't wait to see them used a bit more, hopefully. But yeah, so I'll be going through all the Stormcast battalions, doing them all one by one, and we'll get through them. We'll have some fun doing so. Writing some cool lists. I got plenty of Vanguard Hunters. And yeah, no, I really like my Vanguard Hunters. I think it'd be cool to see them table play. There's a couple of different Stormcast lists. At Cinderful GT this weekend, we've got someone trying out the Vanguard Auxiliary Chamber Mega Battalion. So we'll see how that goes, which would be cool. To see how that goes at the tournament. The birds with the hunter. I probably would only play with Aether Wings if I'm taking Raptors. Although, like, they have their uses. Like, it could potentially still use them. Could be a useful addition, to be honest. And Dice Tales, nice to see you there, Dice Tales. Thank you for popping in, mate. And if you can't see everyone that's chatting, it may be because there are different platforms with people chatting. We have people on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube watching simultaneously. But I'm here for the conversation of all. Just talking about Stormcast battalions at the moment. I put up a couple of videos talking through like building armies around the battalions and just started doing Stormcast ones. And so we did the Soulstrike Brotherhood first, which is the Sacrosanct and Vanguard Auxiliary Chamber combo battalion, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've painted a ton of Space Marines over the years, but it ain't going to stop me painting Stormcast. I don't know, something enjoyable about painting Stormcast. So, nice. Burrows and Badgers. Not familiar with that. Dice Tales. I have at one point owned at least 400 painted Space Marines. So I had 4 companies of the Blood Drinkers. So that is the extent of which I've gone for Marines. And yeah, if you are jumping on from anywhere else, you should definitely jump onto our Twitch and follow the link. You should have a link on wherever you're watching from. Go give us a follow on Twitch. We're trying to hit that nice 50 followers on Twitch, which would be amazing to hit if we could. I mean, I've got to get started on that Warrior Chamber for Soren. So we are almost, I think we're at 27 followers now. So we're past halfway. Got to crack that 50. Yeah, I don't know if you got the start of the video. That's my shelving there, but I've moved most of the stuff off my big shelving to the shelving behind me because it looks cool when I've got a shelving full of models like painted up behind me. So I've got shelving over there that needs to get filled up full of models now. Although I do have Grimspike Gitz Army packed away that'll probably go up in the cabinet and fill up some space. I'm really looking forward to painting Necrons. Like I always said, my biggest thing with like Necrons was I hate the Warriors, and they've been updated. I really like the new Warriors. I'm actually probably going to paint my Necrons before my Marines in that box set. At which point I've got to put up another poll soon because it's pretty obvious Salamanders are going to be the primogenitor of the chapter that I paint. So I put a poll up on the channel on YouTube, asking for like which one of these first founding chapters successes should I consider for painting, and so then I would do another poll to pin the successes. And I had Salamanders, White Scars, Raven Guard, Iron Hands, and Imperial Fists. And Salamanders have won that poll, so it looks like we're gonna be doing a Salamander successor. And just going on what I know about Salamanders, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be painting some Black Dragons. People love that chapter because there's only a couple of them, so I'll probably put Salamanders themselves in the poll. And then the two known successors, which will be Black Dragons, and there's another one that's apparently a successor. Storm Jones. Cool. I think that's the one. I looked it up. Give me a sec. I'll quickly do a Wikipedia search. I'm just doing a quick little search. Come on. Yeah, Storm Giants is the other one. Yeah, it's just knowing like the community. Black Dragons are one of those very popular successor chapters. Like there was a book, what is it, Death and the Antagonist, released on them. I read that and I like Black Dragons a lot because of it. So I wouldn't be against it. Storm Giants are cool though. Like it's an interesting color scheme. It's like pale yellow. So that would be interesting to try and paint. So there's different options there to do different things. So, I hate chorus white paint. Altered Artist. So that's you, Dice Tables. Nice to see you there, mate. Thank you for joining on Twitch. That's where the chat seems to be happening tonight, which is cool. Normally it's over on Facebook, but people are jumping on the Twitch, which is cool. We're wanting to build the Twitch up more and more. Want to crack that 50 followers on Twitch, which would be awesome to get to. I will look into that, man. I think most people by now know why I stick to GW. White's not an issue. I can see white pretty clearly, but interesting note, I am colorblind, so I'm what's known as Doomton colorblind. So I have red-green predominant colorblindness. That's why when you notice, if I have to go looking for a paint, it can take me a while to find the color, especially if it's a red or green, because all the browns look the same. All the reds and greens look the same or very similar. In effect, like red, green, yellows, golds, all that sort of I have issues with. And blue, purple as well. I'm like really bad. like color blindness. It's probably why I'm attracted to like color schemes that are so very stark or one color. Yeah, they've like split. I'm managing to get some of it back together just to get the small bits I need to do tonight, but we'll need to do something else, I think, for white. So Vallejo is the one to go with by the sounds of it. Like, there's been awkward times, like with being colorblind and like having awkward things. Like, I remember SAGT, not this year, but the year before, I was playing my friend Tristan from Method Gaming. And I'm like, oh, that's some really cool, like, red hair on your witch elves there. He's like, it's green. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, it looks red to me. It's always interesting, like, with those sort of things. Like, and yeah, so continuing on, there's a big reason why I stick with GW paints because no other company has as easy a system to follow paint wise as GW. Like the fact that like they've got the Warhammer community guys pumping out like articles on how to paint stuff, it makes painting for me and figuring out things a lot easier than actually trying to do it because it really can be quite hard. Like just like lines of paints, and if they're too close, that's why blending will just be so hard. Like if I'm trying to blend the same color because it will just merge. What I've had to do with how I do layering and highlight, it's all about knowing where to put the paint, especially if they're very similar colors and the different tones aren't very different. I've had to learn to where to put the colors. Oh, awesome. I will have a check of him in a sec. Sorry. Yeah. And also, if you're joining wherever you're joining from, don't forget to go jump on our Discord server as well. That will be in the links descriptions as well as the Twitch. Yeah, mine have just like completely split. They're not even old. That's the annoying part about it. I've got this nice burn that's quite in the itchy stages. Um, oh, it's one of those burns where it's just like itchy as hell. My Discord. That Chaos Lord is sweet, Soren. Chaos Lord looks great. And yeah, P-Force, yeah, like Jim Pinks are cheap. Although we finally got like a store in South Australia now that actually stocks a decent range of paints and stuff. So definitely being able to sort of expand a little bit and just find some things. I've heard metallic wise, there's some much better stuff in GW. And like some of GW's metallics are fantastic. Like Retributor armor, is just probably the best gold out there. It's fantastic. I love it, especially in the spray can. Oh nah, not how bad this has gone, Altered Artist. This has gone like bad. The amount of medium I would have to use to even attempt to get it to thin would not be worth the cost of how much medium I would need. They've gone. It's all right. I managed to get enough just to do the base coats for the things that I've got a contrast over. So that's fine. That's fine. So we're just getting our washers down, and we'll go work on the Magdra for a little bit while we wait for the washers to dry. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a particularly fantastic painter. I'm probably slightly above average. Is where I like to think I sit, like that, and just above tabletop standard is where I like to think I paint to. At least I tell myself that anyway. Makes me sound good. And yeah, wherever you're watching from, let us know what you're working on. I can see a few people jumping in on different platforms. We're having a good old chat on Twitch. If you want to jump over to the Twitch, there should be a link in the description for anyone jumping on another platform. All right, well, we're going to leave them to dry for a little bit. So we'll come back and we'll start doing some more definitely shaped bone. Just remembering what paint I used. Alright, so just start to pick out all the like claws and all the bony parts on him. Just start to pick all them out before we wash them. So yeah, slowly getting all this done. So pretty happy with how the yellow turned out on him. He's got a nice sort of bony coloured underbelly. Now we're doing the bony bits on him. His spines. But yeah, so now we're working on the magma drop. Hopefully we'll be able to have these fire slayers finished soon. What was just a little side project has gone on a lot longer than I probably planned, but Norris P478, thank you very much for coming and joining, mate. We'll catch you again soon. But yeah, so we'll finish off these fire slayers and we'll move on to something else. Like I said, I'll probably smash out those bits of cast I've got sitting back there that are half done. I mean, the gauze that I have there just need to go on bases. Like the bases are painted, so they just need to actually be rebased. I've just got some other stuff that needs to get finished. Yeah, terrain is not one of the projects I have immediately, although, like, I wouldn't say no, like, to getting some more terrain done eventually. Oh, nice little village from Tabletop One. I have ordered some other models from some other companies recently, so I got some cool models coming that I'll probably paint up. We don't know. I mean, technically, we have the original Wood Elves. We have Sylvaneth. So we have some form of Wood Elf. The Kurnothi are an interesting one. Like, if they were a planned full release, like GW hit a gold mine because the reaction to Kurnothi was really, really, really positive. People loved them. And yeah, if they hadn't planned on a full Kernothi release, I can guarantee you they are now, just out of the response from Kernothi, from that warband. Like, if they weren't, they are now, because the response for that warband was insane. I think they had, like, the Kernothi had a better response to them than both Sons of, they're probably all three of the current releases of, like, the newest AOS armies of Bone Reapers, Lumineth, and Gargants. I think Kernothi had a better, like, initial response to any of them. Like, you're talking, like, the group managed to get to like 600 people based on a Warcry warband. Sorry, Underworld. You know what I mean, sorry. But yeah, speaking of which, that's what's on my painting desk. Dun, dun, dun. Escapes Wild Hunt is on my painting desk. I can't wait. To give Scave some. Yeah, like, I completely get that. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I think it's a really cool army. Like, for me, I like that. So I like the calisthenic. I get when people don't, and that's cool. Like, everyone knows my views on it is like, that's cool. You don't like it doesn't mean to bring other people down with your dislike. But no, that's cool that you don't like it. But have you seen the new Shadow Elf stuff, Altered Artist, like new Daughters of Cain models they're revealing that look like much more like normal, like a foot mounted, the like a foot soldier Doomfire Warlocks and the Assassin, because they look sweet. Um, Goddamn bot, piss off. Be gone. Goddamn. I feel like I've made progress tonight on Twitch. I got my first spam bot. uh, yeah, you can check out the new Shadow Elf stuff on the latest Warhammer community article if you haven't already. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, those Shadow Elves for the Daughters of Cain look sweet. So now we're just going to paint all the spines on this dude. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out now. It's hopefully getting this magma drop done sooner rather than later. We'll quickly jump back. We'll do some highlights and some layering to those gobos and call them done. They'll do for the premise of getting them on the table for the event. That'll be good enough. Yeah, it's been cool. I'm really looking forward to running my first GT. It's a little bit smaller than we had planned originally, due to COVID and all that sort of stuff. But we've got 20 people going, which will be fun. Which means 20 people, if you do things, should mean we get a perfect winner at the end. Which is cool. But yeah, there's some cool armies going. A decent spread. I think out of 20 people and 16 different battle tomes are being used. Right, that's awesome, I think. 20 people, 16 battle tomes being used is cool. These are double ups. There are 3 Gloomspike Gits, 2 Stormcast Eternals, and 2 Blades of Corn. Blades of Corn ones are very similar. The Stormcast ones are very different, and the Gloomspike Gits ones are all very different as well. Into the side. Let's get these highlights done on all this stuff. These 2 little gobos, so we can call them done. And we've at least got them done for the tournament. They'll just need some basing, but I'll do that once all the colours have actually dried. And yeah, wherever you're watching from, say hello. Let us know what you've been working on. See a couple of other people jumping in chat. Don't get me started, Soren. Like, I did a whole video talking about the problem with Stormcast, and that there is no army in the game that plays less like the narrative than Stormcast Eternals. They do not play anything like their narrative suggests. Points getting lower is not the solution for Stormcast to make the rules better. They should be some of the best fighting models in the game. These guys go, like, a Liberator can go toe to toe with Chaos Lords. Make them 200 points for 5 Liberators, but make those Liberators good and make them worth that 200 points. Like, yeah, make them better. It's a systemic thing, and it's a war scroll thing for Stormcast that is the issue. Make the, like, Paladins. Paladins should be absolutely horrendously powerful, and they're just not. They just fold like a wet paper bag. Searching for a paint, and it's a green, so this could take a while. Let's pull out every green paint I own. No, is that green already out? That's the question. Alright, forest. No. What green? It is already out. Yeah, like, there's just so much wrong with how Stormcast play on the tabletop. It doesn't fit how the army should be played. Like, I would argue that KO might have been up there, but the new book actually incentivizes taking lots of boats, so I'm jumping around the table in boats, so it actually does its job now. KO Battle Tome is great. Yeah. I'm not a fan of how Stormcast currently play. And I love Stormcast. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with Stormcast currently, but I still love them. I just wish they were more representative of their narrative. It's me, though, narrative gamer at heart. Contrast. But yeah, we'll probably jump offline in a sec, though. But thank you everyone for watching. It's been great having people hanging out and doing hobby. I've just got some mushrooms to go, and I'm done on these gits. The maple drops still going along, but we'll get there. But that's going to be it for today, guys and girls, whoever is watching out there. Thank you all for joining us for this hobby hangout. If you would like, you can go follow us on Twitch. You can find a link in the description there. We're trying to hit nice 50 followers. We're past halfway now, which is awesome. And yeah, definitely go give us a follow over there. Thank you for everyone who has followed tonight. Awesome. And thank you. And yeah, we'll be back next week on the hobby hangout, and probably do a Sunday hobby hangout this week because it'll be after the tournament, and I'll do a wrap-up video of that. So we'll catch you all again real soon. Ciao for now, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the